Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. The fans are making noise here at the Time Warner Cable Arena for this Hornets home game. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Michael Carter-Williams is out there with Chris Middleton. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Pachulia. And it's Parker in the power forward position.
You know, back in college, Kemba Walker led UConn to the 2011 NCAA championship and was the Final Four most outstanding player that season. Nice to see a winner like him back in the playoffs last season.
Charlotte on D. Here's Parker. Excellent D there from Williams. Henderson passes to Jefferson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Jefferson's got his second basket.
You can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over.
And a wide open look for Walker. Second shot opportunity. And he gets the bucket. And it's 6 points for Al Jefferson.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively they look great. And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit. That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face. Looks like he's trying to find a groove in this game. Just hasn't had it dialed in yet.
Here's Kid Gilchrist. Now the feed to Henderson. And the officials call the foul, reaching out and committing the intentional foul here, and his teammates are baffled.
Yeah, everybody's kind of looking at him like, what are you doing? I mean, I think he just lost track of the situation.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Mayo comes in for Chris Middleton.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on him.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And Marvin Williams picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jared Dudley's checked in for the Bucks. There's the double team with Walker. And there's the pass to Carter-Williams. Ilyasova. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
And slam dunk by Kid Gilchrist.
Boy, what a throwdown after doing a great job to corral the rebound.
Well, you know, there aren't that many players with a better nose for the ball than him.
Agreed. And with the D always scattered after an offensive rebound, he knows exactly how to get that to work for him.
O.J. Mayo in his 7th year in the NBA really just seems he's never been able to truly improve, guys, from his rookie year.
Well, yeah, if anything, last season he took a big step backwards, Kevin. I mean, with his field goal percentage, passing, his rebounding all down, I'm not sure he was in great shape either.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
And the Milwaukee Bucks took a bit of a gamble on O.J. Mayo's upside with that 3-year, $24 million deal last season. The early returns, somewhat discouraging, but let's see how it plays out the rest of the way before we make a final judgment.
Some changes here for the Hornets. Lonley's checked in for Zeller. And it's Hairston in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. For Charlotte, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game.
Mayo's disappointing season was crystallized in a much-circulated video of him bending over to tie his shoelace while the other team went 5-on-4. He's got talent, but sequences like that have to be cause for concern. Well, nice way there to get your first basket of the game.
Here is Stevenson. Williams kicks to Stevenson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Stevenson's got his first 3 points of the game. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Checked in for the Bucks. Parker comes in for Ilyasova. Bucks trail by 5.
You know, last year the Bucks knew that to make the playoffs would be a real stretch. Strange, kind of, when you consider that year before, 2013, they had gotten to the playoffs, but it just goes to show you things change quickly.
As you guys are talking about, the winds of change can stir things up in a hurry in the NBA, and the Bucks are hoping things can change for the better, Steve, just as fast.
Well, luckily, with the pick they got and the changes they made, I mean, they're in a much better position this year. The postseason's still probably a stretch, but not completely out of the question in the Eastern Conference.
Carter Williams dishes to Mayo. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
O.J. Mayo, a smooth long-range shooter with deep range. When he gets going, he can put up some big numbers.
And Mayo, 6'4", coming to the league. Sometimes he can play the point guard position.
Yeah, but he's not a great penetrator or playmaker. And those are 2 things you have to do as a point guard. I think he's truly a shooting guard.
Double team on Williams. Pass it to Stevenson. And it's blocked by Henson. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Williams attacking. And finished off by Hairston.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
J. Hairston, an interesting case. Spent 2 seasons at North Carolina, then ruled ineligible. Ended up playing for a year in the D-League. I'll tell you, he could be a steal when you consider his NBA frame and prolific scoring ability.
Walker's checked in for the Hornets.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
Here's Mayo. Puts up the baby hook. And another basket for Milwaukee. And trouble seems to foul this Hairston kid. This offseason, he got into an altercation with a high school kid during a pickup game in Durham. And he's got to stay away from some of these issues.
Well, clearly he's had some bumps in the road, and the more you have, the more you think it's a pattern. So at some point, he's got to turn this thing around. Now, we know your rope gets longer the more talent you have. And he has tremendous talent, and the rope has been fairly long and loose, but at some point, he's got to tighten things up. And if he does, he'll be a factor in the league. You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
Al Jefferson's checked in for Biyombo. And then for Milwaukee. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Dudley. Chris Middleton comes in for O.J. Mayo. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Here's Antetokounmpo. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Bucks trail by 7. In the corner, Ilyasova with it. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the shot is good. Ilyasova's got 6. Here's Walker. Dishes it to Henderson. No good with the wing jumper. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
And the key has been the second chance points. You look at this team, the hustle that they play with, very impressive in that first quarter.
Well, it's showing up on the scoreboard. I mean, you get second chance points like that, it can add to your totals and also demoralize your opponent.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Up front, you have Ilyasova and Henson. Chris Middleton is out there with Jared Bayless. And it's Antetokounmpo in the small forward position. And Charlotte called for the foul. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Henson. Bayless. The shot will not go. And the Hornets now going the other way. Baseline J on the way. And he knocks down the jumper. And the Hornets lead by 5.
Well, really nice to see the purple and teal back on the court with Charlotte reclaiming the Hornets as their team identity. I like the new jerseys. Not too bad at all. Pretty fashionable, though.
And the Bucks making a change here. Parker's checked in. Bucks trail by 5. And that one's good.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Giannis Antetokounmpo's guard skills belie his height, which is approaching 7 feet. Coach Jason Kidd said he's literally growing. When you see him in the open court, that's where he's at his best. He reminds me of a Scottie Pippen, kind of a magic guy who can find the open teammate. He's very comfortable with the ball in his hands. Guys?
He's got the length factor to be sure. Thanks, Doris.
High wire flying out.
That'll drop your jaw.
Unbelievable what I'm seeing here. Is this the dunk contest?
Hey, this one counts, Clark. Believe me, what confidence to attempt the alley-oop to himself.
He just couldn't resist, could he?
That one goes. Count it. Parker's got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. The Hornets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Biombo is checked in for the Hornets. Pass to Middleton. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And the Hornets making a change here. Williams is checked in. Carter Williams, he's checked in for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Well, Steve, a silver lining to last season for the Bucks, the surprising play of their rookie, the Greek freak, Antetokounmpo.
You know, the youngest player in the NBA last season made a huge leap, and the potential is just incredible. The wingspan, the length, the speed. He has a chance to be special. Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Biombo, that's good.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
And for the Milwaukee Bucks, you might say it's been 4 decades since they've had a truly transcendent talent. It's still early, but the guy they call the Greek freak has that potential. I mean, at his size with his perimeter skills, the sky is the limit for Giannis.
And he gets it to go.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Biombo, no luck.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure. And you look at the frame of Antetokounmpo, 6'9" on draft day with a 7'3" wingspan. They say he's still growing. He could be over 7 feet tall when all is said and done, and he's got good ball handling skills. He could actually be an elite talent.
Williams kicks to Stevenson. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And he's starting to pick things up here after a tough first quarter.
And the foul on Mo Williams. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Al Jefferson's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Henderson comes in for Lance Stevenson. And it's Kemba Walker in for Mo Williams. Jared Dudley's checked in for Milwaukee. Mayo comes in for Chris Middleton. Jefferson's shot is off. And slam dunk by Kid Gilchrist.
Pure hustle on that play, and that's what it takes on the offensive boards. It's not about ability as much as it is desire.
And that, Clark, and some muscle. And he showed us he's got plenty of that with the huge dunk.
Well, in a tight game, I mean, they could use a few more of those hustle plays going forward if they're going to win.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Pachulia comes in for Miles Plummer. And Parker subbed in for Ilyasova. And the shot is good. And at 6 points for Kemba Walker. To the middle. Pachulia, good.
They're taking so many shots down there, and they're knocking them down. Really good looks in the paint.
No doubt the offensive philosophy today. Pound that thing inside.
Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
When he took a shot, excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
Bayless is checked in for Carter Williams. Jefferson inside. Fades back. Milwaukee with the rebound. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on L. Jefferson. The Bucks have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
Well, this is a club that shot 75% as a team from the free throw line last season.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
Harrison, he's checked in for Kid Gilchrist. Charlotte has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Parker with the steal. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. They get it back. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Hornets trail by 4.
The Hornets are certainly showing signs of development and improvement, and that's not all they're doing to put fans in the seats. Those who bought season tickets last season got season tickets for this season for free. That meant tickets as cheap as $3.25 a game. Wow, that's a heck of a deal.
Zeller and Johnson are the bigs. Walker runs the point with Stevenson flanking him. And it's Hairston into the 3 spot. So that's the Hornets 5.
You know, when the shot's not there for you, you've just got to recognize it and move the ball on.
I think he had tunnel vision right there. His only thought was to shoot it, no matter what else was going on.
And this franchise, known for its first 9 years as the Bobcats, has now claimed the Hornets name and looks to start anew.
Well, to this point, you know, the worst winning percentage among active NBA franchises and not a single playoff win. It's easy to see why they would embrace a different tradition with the Hornets name.
And there's the 3-second violation.
You cannot afford to make mistakes like that here in a tight game.
Feeds to Pachulia. From 16 feet away, he cans it. And the Bucks lead by 2.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
And an intentional foul right there.
I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Bucks. That's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Mayo drives in. Lots of room. That's good from Ilyasova on the assist by Mayo. Ilyasova's got the lead up to 4 now for Milwaukee.
Ersan Ilyasova in his 7th season with the Bucks, the only player drafted in 2005 who's still with his original team. Growing tired of the teams losing, it's rumored that last season anyway, he asked for a trade.
Ball's knocked loose. Hairston with the steal. 3-on-3. And Ilyasova kicks to Mayo. That's good. Mayo's got 9.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Back to Stevenson. And stolen by Mayo. Jeff Taylor, he's checked in for Hairston. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Antetokounmpo. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Conley's checked in for Charlotte. The Bucks also changing it up. Henson's checked in for Pachulia. And Parker subbed in for Ilyasova. And the Hornets making a change here. Biombo's checked in. And he gets it to go. 8 points now in the game for Walker. Henson sets a screen for Mayer. Worked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Hornets trailed by 4. It's all about Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Mayo's running. Antetokounmpo kicks to Henson. And he jams it with authority.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And Mo Williams subbed in for Walker. The Bucks also with the sub. Dudley's checked in.
You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up offensively for this club.
Steve, it makes the game easy. I mean, 10 straight points off assist. That's impressive, but it's easy when you move the ball.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Jabari Parker, a self-described obedient kid growing up in Chicago, maintained a 3.7 GPA through high school. He went so far as to say he had lower self-esteem in his younger days. You don't often hear about that from NBA athletes, but it's a reality. Believe me, I see these guys, and they often aren't as confident as you might think. But there's no reason for this guy to doubt his worth now, especially on the basketball court.
Marvin Williams is checked in for the Hornets. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Taylor. The Bucks also with the sub. Chris Middleton's checked in for O.J. Mayo. Bucks leading by 6. And as humble as Jabari Parker seems off the court, Clark, he seems like one of those guys who flips a switch when he steps on the floor. Great motor, terrific hunger, real competitive.
Yeah, extremely competitive and confident and assertive. And with his talent, when you add those attributes, you've got a guy that looks like he could be a potential all-star someday.
And the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much as the officials will send him to the line and he'll shoot some free throws. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
How about all the points they're getting off turnover?
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And Milwaukee has possession. 7-point differential. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, last season, Jared Dudley was deemed to be a nice acquisition when he was traded to the Clippers. Back close to his hometown of San Diego, he's a veteran shooter, high IQ. Was expected to flourish next to CP3, but didn't quite play out that way. He struggled all season.
Williams dishes to Henderson. Not really his range, and it's off target. Parker passes to Dudley. chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And for Dudley, the downturn in his numbers was really across the board.
Yeah, sometimes, Kevin, it's difficult when you change teams and you play with new players in a different style. So Dudley did not have a good year. I think this season he's looking to bounce back, should be more comfortable in his environment, and he's looking for that bounce back season.
And the Bucks making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. Kid Gilchrist comes with a double team. The shot's good from Bayless.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Williams with a clean look. Plumlee with the rebound.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that shot, though.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. That's his first foul. The Bucks making a switch here. Ilyasova's checked in. Well, now they're just going to town on him.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
52 seconds left here in the third quarter. That's tipped. Here's Middleton. And now running up the court, Kidd-Gilchrist pushing it up. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
Inside. Now here's Plumlee. Offensive rebound. Here's Ilyasova. Goes up again. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. For Milwaukee, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's Kidd-Gilchrist penetrating. Williams' shot is off. Kicks to Dudley. Here's Middleton. What a play! Simply. Bucks leading by 15. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. They've got Antetokounmpo. Miles Plumlee out there with Ilyasova. And it's Jared Bayless. And it's Mayo in the shooting guard. Trying to find Ilyasova and gets it to him. 5 on the clock. Here's Plumlee.
That's an easy shot there. It's a shot that he should make more often than not.
Williams with a clean look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Henson's checked in for the Bucks. Stevenson kicks to Jefferson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Al Jefferson is really a unique scorer inside. He doesn't shoot a lot of free throws. He doesn't tally that many assists. What he does do is make shots inside while taking great care of the basketball.
And the Hornets making a change here. Hairston's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Parker's checked in for Ilyasova. Got a piece of it. Here's Williams. They'd love to get more of those. The easiest 2-point spots. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Zeller, he's checked in for Williams. And Walker kicks to Hairston. Fires the three. Bucks leading by 14.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, I think that's a great strategy. Not only do you get easy points, but the clock stops as well.
Here's Mayo. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Lance Stevenson, a most improved candidate for the Pacers last season, and he said vehemently that he was staying with the Pacers despite his impending free agency. But something must have changed. Not quite sure exactly what it was. He ended up taking a deal with the Hornets for less guaranteed money. I think partly driven to get to the end of that second contract quickly.
And stolen by Vonleh. And a fast break now for the Hornets. And the Pacers offered Stevenson, I think, 5 years and about $44 million. He signed with the Hornets for the last 3 years and just over $27 million.
Yeah, you know, it's not like the Hornets blew the Pacers off the table with their offer financially. I mean, so I've got to think there was something more to Lance's decision, and part of it may have been desiring a bigger role.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Pachulia, he's checked in for John Henson. Dudley comes in for Antetokounmpo. And Middleton subbed in for O.J. Mayo. And some changes here for the Hornets. Biombo, he's checked in for Jefferson. Taylor comes in for Hairston. And it's Henderson for Lance Stevenson. And then for Milwaukee, O'Brien, he's checked in for Parker. And it's Mayo in for Chris Middleton. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jason Kidd was saying to his team. He told the players, let on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Here's Dudley. Can't get it to go. And the Hornets now going the other way. Here's Vonleh. Here's Taylor. Hairston, he's checked in for Charlotte. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for O.J. Mayo. And there's Ilyasova on the assist by Dudley. And the Bucks lead by 12.
Wow, such a steady hand. He's the one responsible for getting them this late lead.
Can't argue with that at all, Steve. His shooting percentage has been off the charts.
Now Dudley. Mo Williams missing from long range. And Dudley kicks to Pachulia. Trying to find Ilyasova and gets it to him. 4 on the shot clock. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do. You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
Wide open. Here's Middleton. No good from outside. Hornets trail by 11. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the Hornets making a change here. Williams is checked in. The shot's good from Bayless.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
And the Bucks with possession here, following the three by Charlotte. Ilyasova dishes to Pachulia. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Some changes for Charlotte. Jefferson comes in for Biombo. And it's Kemba Walker in for Mo Williams. Milwaukee also making some changes. John Henson comes in for Zaza Pachulia. And Parker subbed in for Ilyasova. O.J. Mayo is checked in for Chris Middleton. And here's the break. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead as they get to just 7 on the basket from Walker.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
To the left wing. Oh, here's Parker. It's tipped.
Well, it's going to be tough for them, but you have to continue to compete. It's not over. Just play, see what happens.
Yep, you can't afford empty possessions.
It falls. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Not what they drew up, but they'll take the 2 points.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're up by 5. 41 seconds left in the fourth. Some changes for Charlotte. Zeller, he's checked in for Williams. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Hairston. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Gerald Henderson. Milwaukee also making some changes. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Parker. Antetokounmpo comes in for Jared Dudley. And Middleton subbed in for O.J. Mayo. Marvin Williams is checked in for Charlotte. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Well, that just adds to what's probably an already insurmountable lead. I think they'll be walking out of here with a pretty easy victory.
Steve, I think that's a given. You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin. Well, that took way too long. If they're trying to stretch this thing out, they shouldn't waste so much time.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And the lead now pretty healthy after that trip to the line.
And here we go with Kemba Walker. Three-pointer to Williams. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
And that is a foolish mistake right there, guys.
You know, I don't think you can just have that happen. I mean, it's something that you just can't allow if you're going to play good basketball, if you're going to play winning basketball.
So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not